The public have had enough. Across towns and cities, ordinary folk are turning up in record numbers to challenge politicians, councils and corporations over one issue that is becoming impossible to ignore: data centres. And what you're about to watch isn't a carefully edited news report. It's raw public anger. It's frustration from people who believe decisions are being made behind closed doors, whilst communities are simply expected to accept the consequences. You'll hear questions about transparency, accountability, legal process, trust in public officials, and whether the voices of the local residents are intentionally being sideswiped. Some of the speakers make some rather forceful allegations and express strongly held opinions. Those views are their own, and this video is presented so you can hear exactly what was said and you can decide for yourself. But one thing is becoming increasingly clear: this debate is no longer just about a room full of computers. For many, it's become a much wider battle. Who really has the say over the future of their communities? Watch the footage all the way through. Don't forget to give the video a hype and a like and a share and a subscribe, because as the emotions rise, so do the questions that many believe those in power still haven't answered.
Enforcement officer for the village of Oxford, then went on to work within a data center, and now I work within IT governance for a large corporation. The only people with my expertise involved in all of this data center stuff are the people that are pushing for it. So to you guys, I want you guys to know that I'm available. Some of you guys, I give you my phone number, please reach out. Because from what I understand, there is nobody like me on your guys' side. And frankly, that scares the piss out of me. That said, to you people, it's really important that you understand what I'm about to say so that you can spread the word, because it's really important. That said, this is a DL380 server. It weighs 60 pounds and it runs about 1,500 watts continuously. And of 24/7, that is more than your entire house for a Michigan resident. This is just one server. There are 12 of these in refrigerator-sized racks that go up 10 feet tall. With all that power, you have to dissipate that heat. It runs off of these. So inside of a refrigerator, you have each of these servers. These spin at a turbine level sound, about 3,000 RPM. There's 7 of them in there. Here's what it sounds like. That's coming from a 3,000 square foot data center. That sound that you hear, I can't speak to somebody that I'm a foot away from while I'm in there. So let's do a Fermi estimate about the size and scope of this data center. We have about 1,300 acres. So that's about 5 million square feet. Let's be generous here and say that maybe 20% is relegated to these server racks in those fridge-sized containers. That's 1 million square feet. These sit in 6 square feet. So you have 12 million of these producing 83 decibels. Each individual server times 12, 83 times 12. We continue down that math, we take decibels because it's logarithmic into account. You're looking at an output of 152.8 decibels of sound. That is more than enough to rupture an eardrum. Now you're probably saying to yourself initially, well, that doesn't happen at other massive data centers. True. There are things that we can do that I actually am acutely aware of that reduce those sounds. But when you're talking that big of a location, that big of a data center, you're going to have resonance, you're going to have vibration into the ground. Who knows what that's going to do, but that's also going to shake your guys' house. So when you're sleeping at night and these 12 million servers are running, your house is now the speaker that's vibrating. You should all be very scared. And you guys,
You're 3 witnesses.
I will say one thing.
It's not how it works, everybody. And we did this for multiple months. We've gone back and forth. I've given everybody their time.
He's a specialist.
Now you're cut off. If you guys would listen, I would give you the time. But if you're not going to show me respect, you're not going to get it back. Next person.
sit down with you with this ordinance and go through all this.
Now, the good thing about this for me is it's nice to see people are now becoming far more willing to challenge those making the decisions on their behalf. The question now is whether or not those concerns will be listened to or ignored. And what do you think? Do you think these residents are asking legitimate questions that deserve proper answers? Or has the whole debate around data centres been driven around fear rather than fact? Leave your thoughts in the comments, and if you found this footage valuable, then please consider sharing. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on all your notifications if you want more coverage of the stories and public meetings that many mainstream outlets simply don't cover. Thanks for watching. See you next time.